and I really want to talk about education, if that's okay. Can anybody remember being of this sort of age? Can you remember? Has anybody got kids? Say whoop if you've got kids. Say whoop if you were a kid. Okay, let's start again. Say whoop if you've got kids. Say whoop if you were a kid. Hey, I mean, just for fun, if we have a look at how we develop, and if you have a look at trees, for example, and you split a tree down, you'll find there's as much going on underneath as there is above. So let's look at education under that sort of circumstance. We teach maths and history and science, and we teach geography and languages and economics and all that sort of stuff. And if you do well, we give you a certificate. Have you noticed this sort of stuff? And we cover it up with certificates, loads of certificates. Underneath, which we don't see, is this stuff about at ease and considerate and kind and resourceful and all the rest of it. We don't see those. They're difficult, and we don't test them. It's pretty hard, isn't it? So what grade kind are you? I've really got to increase my kind grades. Or else I might just kill that teacher. You know? And as we start attacking those, what happens is we get rid of the very roots. And that's the tree I buy in a garden shop. And I plant it, and it dies. Has anybody else ever done that? And I think there's something about the process which we're doing in education, which is allowing that to happen, because we're demanding people get good grades, and we don't know how to measure the stuff which really matters. Has anybody here ever found yourself hiring somebody who's got good grades, but you don't like them? So where do we get a grade on likability? Because that's the thing which matters, isn't it? So maybe what's happened is in embarking upon trying to teach everything, it's going a bit wrong. And what do we tell girls like this, who are about to embark upon their career? And they themselves may have a bit of history, but they've also got destiny. So I thought, let's do a test to see how good we are. So just imagine that here in TEDx Vilnius, you're going to elect a new world leader. I'm going to give you 4 candidates. 4 candidates. Candidate A associates with crooked politicians, consults with astrologists, had 2 major affairs, chain smokes, and drinks up to 8 to 10 martinis a day. Some of you are going, pretty good, yeah. 8 to 10, I don't go over the rest. 8 to 10, anybody who can drink 8 to 10 martinis gets my vote. Here's candidate B, kicked out of office twice, sleeps until noon, used opium in college, and drinks a bottle and a half of whiskey every evening. Oh, martinis, whiskey, that's a difficult decision. How about candidate C, decorated war hero, vegetarian, non-smoker, drinks an occasional beer, never cheated on their spouse. Never. And candidate D, dropped out of college, cheated his friend out of money, tends to be impossible to deal with, but occasional flashes of inspiration. So now, make your selection. And just by noise, we will see who you've chosen. So how many of you chose candidate A? Make some noise. That's quite a lot of you. Candidate A, Franklin Roosevelt, well done. How about candidate B, kicked out of office twice, sleeps until noon? Okay, more votes for him. Winston Churchill. What about a wonderful decorated war hero, vegetarian, non-smoker, drinks an occasion... Boring. That's Adolf Hitler. Phew, some of you are saying. And candidate D, drops out of college. Steve Jobs. So maybe college results aren't that important. And that takes you into history or destiny. And have a look at society. And are we equipping people to fill a job? Get a job, I need a job, or to play a role? And isn't that extraordinary? And how do we measure that success? How could we measure it? But more importantly, how should we measure it? If we can move to a different type of category. If I'm boring, I'd like you to tell me. I'd like to rehearse this. 2, 1.